Welcome back to CryptosRus. I am George. We're all George. So this is what you guys are waiting for. Why did we go down all of a sudden? Why do we have this mini dump, mini crash? Okay, you might be wondering. Well, we had a huge liquidation event. In fact, if you go back all the way, this doesn't show it, but this may be, yesterday what happened may be the largest liquidation event we have seen for this year. And we have seen some large ones. Like we have seen $1 billion liquidations, $1.5 billion liquidation. Yesterday anticipated that we were around 1.7 billion, and that may be an underestimate. It could be even larger than that. And that's because we just have a lot of people that's feeling bullish and had their longs open and went too long, and they all got liquidated. Okay, so whenever that happens, you got forced liquidation in masses, in the billions. That's what brings things down. Okay, that's what brings things down. So that's the bottom line. Now, who triggered it? Who initiated it? Okay, no one really knows. Everyone speculates, but it has to be from one of the big boys, one of the big market makers like Binance. Who knows? But they're out there, they're doing it. They have to clear out some leverage because there were way too many longs. But regardless, he's going to continue to do what he's doing, which is to buy more Bitcoin. So he bought 850 more Bitcoin, about $100 million worth this week, and he's holding 639,000 Bitcoin at 47.33 billion. Average price is starting to go up quite a lot. 73,000, almost 74,000. I remember back in the day, his average price was around 30,000. Right now, it's been pushed up to 74,000, but still not too shabby if you calculate the unrealized gains, okay, in the billions right now. And someone else that's following, MetaPlanet, huge purchase, 5,419 Bitcoin, securing 85% of his year-end Bitcoin target. And they are raising money like crazy. They're creating companies in America to raise more money and basically following Saylor's footsteps to buy more and more and more and more Bitcoin. So again, I show this pretty much every day. It shows that there are still a lot of people that are buying. They don't care about the volatility. They don't care about liquidation events, right? They understand that being a long-term holder pays, and probably pays the best out of any investment out there. So that's why they continue to hodl and acquire DCA. So here's another company in UK that raised $20 million for their treasury. And then, Semler Scientific is also one company that has acquired a lot of Bitcoin, but guess what? Vivek's company decided to acquire Semler Scientific in an all-stock transaction. This actually just came out not too long ago. And if you look at it, what is it? In addition, Strive also purchased 5,816 Bitcoin, right? So that's a $675 million acquisition of just Bitcoin. That's on top of what they just spent for Semler Scientific. So this Strive company, which sounds a lot like one of the Saylor's company, is going all in on Bitcoin and acquiring Bitcoin for his treasury. So pretty big deal. And it says in combination, they would hold close to 11,000 Bitcoin. A lot. That's a lot. All right, what else? Will crypto reach 4 billion users faster than the internet? Again, yes. Yes, the adoption curve for Bitcoin is faster, okay, than pretty much any tech innovation we had ever. And that includes the internet, includes cell phone, includes what came before those. I don't know. The microwave. I don't know. But I've seen charts where Bitcoin's adoption is way faster, right? And it just tends to be like that. Every new tech invention that catches on fire tends to get adopted faster than ever before. So, no surprise. Here's something that also is good. It kind of gives you a reminder. Most of us do not have to face this, but there are countries that are doing weird KYC information collection or just weird KYC, and it's not good, right? Like Vietnam, for example, they have some new biometric verification rules, and people that did not comply lost their bank account. 86 million bank accounts deleted. I don't even know what happens there. How do you get your money then, right? So, things like this around the world, we just don't know. There's a lot of places that just have weird things, weird rules, regulations, or hyperinflation, whatever, that people have to worry about, right? That's where Bitcoin comes in and self-custody comes in. You have a wallet, no one can tell you what to do with it. They can't apply monetary policy to it. They can't apply more strict rules like KYC because it's already your wallet. What can they do, right? You could send crypto, receive crypto from anywhere in the world. So it's just a gentle reminder that there are countries around the world with citizens that really are in need of Bitcoin and self-custody. Right? And it's not just Bitcoin. It could be ETH. It could be Sol. It could be stable coins, right? Especially countries with that suffer from hyperinflation. You got to protect your wealth somehow. If you have to convert to stable coins and buy, stable coins rather than holding the current fiat, it makes sense. Also, the Bitcoin Korean Premium Index, this used to be called the Kimchi Index. I guess they decided to change that name. For the longest time, it was called the Kimchi Index. Basically, whenever there's a premium in South Korea, it was a good thing. It was a precursor to a big move coming up, right? And that's exactly what we see. Same thing with the Coinbase Premium. We see that happen historically all the time. And that's usually a good thing. Here's a surprising thing. Even with the surprise dip or dump, or maybe you could say it's not a surprise, whatever, we are still green in September, right? We're like almost three quarters through. We're still in the green. This is a month that historically has been the worst month for crypto, but we changed things last year when we had a really fantastic month and the year before that. So are we going to see the same thing? Quite possibly. Again, we tend to live in a moment we don't realize that, hey, August was not a good month. We were not doing well in August. We're doing better in September. And we could do way better closing out this month and then way better in October. October has been a pretty good month for Bitcoin historically. Only 2 years has we seen red, but every other year it's been green and massively in green. And we got another rate cut coming up in October as well. So that's coming up in just a few weeks.